What's up everyone? Quick announcement before I get into this video. I'm now offering a online coaching service. So if you're interested in reaching your fitness goals with my help, just send me an email at a link I'm going to post in this video. I'll post it in the description as well. Also, I'm in the process of creating a website, so be on the lookout for that. That will be out very, very soon. So with all that out of the way, let's get to the video. I've been getting a lot of questions on how to increase your push-ups. So in this video, I'm going to give you 4 methods you can use to increase your push-up reps. Let's get into it. So the first one is to use the grease in the groove method. I've already made a video on this in the past, so you can watch that if you want. I go into depths about the grease in the groove method, what it is and why it works. But in a nutshell, you're performing a sub-maximal amount of reps throughout the day, multiple times throughout the week. You're training your body and your nervous system to get more proficient at that certain movement. The second method is to increase the weekly volume of your push-ups. Push-ups cause a low amount of stress to your body and nervous system, so recovering from them is easy, providing you're eating enough, you're sleeping well, and you're drinking enough water. If you're struggling to increase your reps on the push-ups, then doing them once a week simply is just not enough volume to improve on it. So you want to do push-ups anywhere from 2 to 5 times a week. Personally, I would advise 3 days per week, as that's a nice amount of weekly volume, and also you're getting 4 days of rest per week. The most important factor with this method is the less frequency you do through the week, the closer you want to go to failure during your sets. So if you're doing 2 to 3 sessions per week, you want to go around 0 to 3 reps shy of failure. This is because of the lack of frequency you're doing. You want to make up for that with the muscle exertion during your sets. You need to be going near enough to failure to force your body to adapt to the push-up, and also to cause a growth response in your body. Given you're going to be resting 4 to 5 days a week, your recovery is going to be on point and it's going to allow you to perform your best during your sessions. Now on the flip side of that, the more weekly sessions you do, the further you want to stay away from failure. So if you're doing 4 to 5 sessions during the week, you want to stay around somewhere between 5 to 10 reps shy of failure during all of your sets. You want to do this because the high frequency will make up for the lack of exertion during your sets. You're getting a ton of total weekly volume because you're doing the push-ups so often throughout the week, and you're giving your nervous system a big signal to get better at the movement because you're doing it so often. The main reason you want to avoid going to failure with this method is because of recovery. You're doing more push-ups throughout the week with less rest. So if you're not careful, fatigue, joint pains and overuse injuries can creep up on you if you're not careful. And the third method is to add weight to your push-ups. This one's pretty simple. The more external weight you can add to your push-up, the more bodyweight reps you will get. You're tricking your body into thinking you've become heavier, so it needs to strain more to lift you off of the floor, and eventually your body will get accustomed to lifting this new, heavier body weight that you have. Basic progressive overload will work perfect with this method. So what you want to do, you want to grab a backpack, throw some weights in there, and use a weight you can get somewhere between 8 to 15 reps on with all of your sets. Then once you can get all of your sets with those targeted reps, you add just a small amount of weight to the backpack next time. So for example, if you can do 10 reps with 10 kilo in a backpack, then the next session, you want to grab those small plates, so the 1.25 kilo or the 2.5 kilo plates, the really small ones, chuck that in the backpack and then do your push-ups again. And then when you can achieve all of your sets with your targeted amount of reps, you add another small plate to that total weight. And then you repeat that process over and over again. I would argue that this is the most effective way of increasing your body weight push-up reps. For example, if you can do 30 push-ups with 20 kilo in your backpack, there's no way in hell you're not going to be able to do 50 to 100 reps with your body weight without even practicing body weight reps. It's impossible to do. So add weight to your push-ups. And the fourth method is to force more reps. So this is a very caveman style method. You literally just want to force your body to do more reps. So this has a lot to do with your mentality during your sets. You want to switch off that voice in your head that's telling you to stop. You want to ignore the pain, ignore the burn, and literally just keep pushing for that extra rep. So scream, shout, swear, do whatever you need to do to grind out that last rep. It's probably going to be an ugly rep, but it doesn't matter because you're going beyond failure at this point. This is the method I apply to most of my exercises, providing I can fail safely on them. So for things like squats and bench press, I don't use this method because I don't want to get snapped up. But for calisthenics like push-ups or isolation movements, there's virtually no risk of injury going to failure. So on these movements, you really want to go balls to the wall with your intensity. So if you do this method, do this what I'm going to show you. Go on your phone, go on the notes app, like that. And then you want to write down every set and every single rep you've done in that session. Then the next session you do, go back into your app, see what you've done and try to beat it. It's really that simple.
Wow.
If you can get multiple more reps than you did last time, then great. But most likely you're only going to get like one extra rep than you did in your last session. But regardless of that, that's still an improvement. You're one rep stronger than you was last time. Now, you multiply all of those one extra reps you're doing over many, many months to come, and your push-up numbers will have skyrocketed in the amount of reps you're doing. So when you look back to what you was doing 6 months ago, you're gonna laugh at those numbers because you're gonna be so much more proficient at banging out those push-ups. So that's everything I have to say on that topic. Give some of these methods a go, stick to them, and be consistent over the next few months, and I guarantee that your push-up numbers will increase. So with that being said, try it out for yourself and see how you go from there. Until next time, peace.